Getting better at Tai Chi isn't about learning more movements. It's not about mastering the choreography, and it's definitely not about making it look pretty. You get better at Tai Chi by practicing the principles of Tai Chi. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to what I call the 5 principles of flow, the inner techniques that make the movements come alive. And I'll show you how applying them can take your practice to ongoing levels of mastery. And after this video, make sure to grab my free masterclass where we dive into these core principles even deeper. Let's be honest, we've all seen it at the gym. Some people show up every day, year after year, but they don't lose weight or build strength or improve their form. Why? Because they're just repeating the same motions without intention or awareness. And Tai Chi can be the same. You could practice a form 100 times and still not get any better if your mind is distracted or if you're just going through the motions like a choreography robot. But when you apply principles, your whole experience changes. The principles are the mind part of the mind-body connection. Of course, the choreography is important too, and that's the body part. But the principles, they give you something to focus on that activates transformation from the inside out. And it all starts with intention. Without the principles, it's easy to drift off mid-form, thinking about what's for lunch or your to-do list or what your hands are supposed to look like, and you get so focused on all of that. But with the principles, your practice becomes a meditation in motion, focused yet embodied and alive. So here's a quick introduction to the 5 principles that I feel every beginner should understand and incorporate into their practice. Number 1, relaxation. Probably the most important foundational piece, defined as letting go of unnecessary tension in the body. We soften, loosen, and open the energetic pathways in the body so that qi can flow properly. This means relying on the structure of your connective tissue system rather than force or effort. It's the Taoist concept of softness overcoming hardness, specifically applied to the body. Softness becomes a superpower. In the game of Tai Chi, the person who is the softest wins. And to be clear, this doesn't mean being weak or a pushover. But when you rely on the proper structure without tension in your body, your life force energy flows at its maximum potential. Number 2 is moving slowly. Just as it sounds, one of the most recognized qualities of Tai Chi is that you see people moving slower than normal. There are all kinds of levels and speeds to this, and you get to choose your pace. But the purpose of moving slowly is threefold. Number 1, when you move slow, you have more time to perfect the movements. Moving slowly calms the body first and then calms the mind next. And when you move slowly, you begin to actually feel your qi in your hands and in the body. Most of that is impossible to do when you're moving too fast. So how can we use visualization to slow down? It's very easy. Just think of a rising or setting sun and move at that pace. It's not as hard as you think once you become what you are visualizing. I've trained people with ADHD, mental disorders, and addictions, and most find it easy to embody moving at the pace of a sun setting in the sky once they have that image in mind. Number 3 is the principle of constant rate. And this means not speeding up or slowing down, but staying consistent like the current of a river or a trickling stream. It's about fluidity and the steady power of being like water. As Bruce Lee famously captured when he said, "Be formless, shapeless like water. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend." This principle brings gracefulness and a natural rhythm to your form. And once again, you get to decide the essence of how your water is flowing that day. But just with the image of being like water as you perform your form, this will completely elevate how you move. Principle number 4 is moving the body as a unit. The Tai Chi classics say, when one part moves, all parts move. This brings your entire body into coordination and full body awareness. Practicing this principle not only elevates your form, it changes how you move in your daily life as well. Your multitasking improves and you become more efficient with the energy you spend doing things instead of wasting it. Some imagery for this principle, moving the body as a unit, can be something like a cloud drifting across the sky. Its parts may swirl in different directions, but it moves as a whole. Or a flag blowing in the wind. The whole flag moves as one unit, one flag. However, different parts are moving in different directions, yet completely in sync. The 5th principle is coordinating the breathing with the movements. This is a core Qigong principle, and since Tai Chi is a martial Qigong, we can apply it here as well. You can coordinate the breathing like this. Inhale as you collect or withdraw or you transition. This represents yin. And then exhale as you extend or expand or finish a movement. This represents yang. The yin-yang theory makes this very clear. You can look at most Tai Chi movements as having 2 parts, and your breath guides the flow between them. Inhaling, exhaling. Very simple, yin and yang. Now I need to acknowledge something very important regarding the martial aspects of Tai Chi. These 5 principles that I just mentioned, they are foundational, especially for solo practice and for those practicing Tai Chi for health, healing, and holistic wellness. But when you dive into the martial aspects of Tai Chi, there are additional principles and, of course, martial self-defense applications for every single move. This is a much deeper level of practice that many don't get to or even have an interest in. But it is important to have an understanding of these 5 principles first, and they do take some time to understand. This is why traditionally Tai Chi is taught with just practicing a form for many years, so you can learn these core principles within your own body before you are able to understand how to apply them to an opponent's body in a self-defense setting. For example, the first principle of relaxation. How can you remain relaxed in front of opponent if you first haven't learned to relax the tension in your own body? Actually, my current teacher who I train Tai Chi martial applications with has this hilarious and brutally honest line that he likes to say. He says, if I see someone perform a Tai Chi form that looks incredibly beautiful, like some interpretive dance with all 10s on their dance scorecard, I know they can't fight. Because remember, Tai Chi is a martial art, not a performance. We move slowly and deliberately, not to look graceful for the sake of appearance, but to refine our structure, our timing, alignment, and maximize the efficiency of our life force energy. That's why we practice the principles inside of a form, not for jazz hands and flair, but to cultivate the body's intelligence, coordination, and power from the inside out. So now that you've learned what I feel are the 5 simple Tai Chi principles that you can begin applying to any form, next I'll share my top 2 recommendations for just how to apply these principles without the overwhelm, so your practice evolves in a powerful, balanced way and you don't remain looking like that person at the gym who looks the same 10 years from now. First, you need to understand that each principle is distinctly different from the other. and you must be able to show the differences. So we're going to do a demonstration right now, and you don't have to follow along. I just want you to see the differences in the principles. I just want you to watch. I really don't want you to follow along. And what I want you to look for are the distinct differences between these 5 principles. And we will use just a 2-movement Tai Chi sequence to apply the principles to this little form that we're going to create right now. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit more of it. And at first, I'm not even going to do any principle. I'm just going to do the choreography. So that would look like feet together, hands to the side, and I step out my foot and bring the hands out, and I bring the arms up to about shoulder width, and then fingertips forward and pull down at an angle and sink. This movement is called opening form, how we start our Yang style Tai Chi form. And then I'm going to turn a foot out and shift into it and step and just bring my hands up, and I'm going to push forward into the front leg and step back, straighten the foot, turn the other foot out and step and push. And this movement is just called a push in Tai Chi, and then I'll step back. Okay? That had no principles to it. That was just pure choreography. Just from the front would look like this, just going, raising the arms to shoulder height, pulling back, sinking, and then turning a foot and stepping shoulder width and pushing, stepping back and stepping shoulder width and pushing. Okay? Great. Stepping back. Pure choreography. Now let's apply the principle number 1, relaxation. So remember, that means letting go of tension. So as I step out and I go into the shoulder width stance and I bring up my arms, I'm really just making sure that there's no tension at all in my shoulders. Okay? No tension. And then as I pull back and sink, I'm just not tense. I'm not tense in my knees as I go down. I'm just looking for any tension and just letting it go. So turning out, and I step, and as I push, making sure I'm not tense in my shoulders, something like that, or elbows locked. That would be tense, and people do that, trust me. So I'm just soft. Step back and step out again, and just letting go of tension in my body. My shoulders aren't up, my elbows aren't locked. I'm not standing too forward in my knee to where my knee is tense. I'm just within myself, soft, but within the structure. Okay, stepping back. That is relaxed. Notice it wasn't smooth like water. It wasn't incredibly slow. It wasn't fully coordinated. It wasn't with breathing. Those are other principles. This relaxation was just finding any tension and making sure I'm soft, I'm loose, I'm open. That's the principle of relax, okay? Relaxation. Number 2, moving slowly. Well, this is going to look very different. We're going to really move slowly, like the pace of a setting sun. And I could move much slower, but I'll spare you the patience that will require. But let me channel that sunset. And this gives me plenty of time to perfect every aspect of every movement. And notice even in the steps, I'm trying not to rush. And here when I step back, let's not rush that. Let's just be a sun setting. So I have plenty of time to execute this movement. My body's calming down. My mind is calming down, regulating my nervous system. I can feel my hands filling up with chi. They're heavy, they're tingly, They're weighted, they're magnetic because I slowed it down. So obviously that's the principle, moving slowly. Now, principle number 3, a very distinct principle, constant rate. So constant rate, it means not stopping, but it doesn't mean moving slowly. That's moving slowly is moving slowly. Constant rate is more like water. So how can I channel that feeling of being fluid as well as not stopping, flowing like that stream or waterfall, not stopping at any point. Even when I get to the front, not stopping, and everything just flowing. Okay, so constant rate, no deficiencies, no starts and stops, trying to just be like water, like fluid. Obvious principle there, but very different still from moving slowly and from relaxing. And number 4, moving the body as a unit, going to turn sideways. When one part moves, all parts move. So knees bending, feet going out, big toe to little toe to heel, hands coming off the body, arms going out, and then as they drop, I sink the whole body. So that's moving together. As I turn, I push off the left foot into the right foot and step, and the whole body moves from back to front. Everything is moving together. I shift the weight in the legs, the hand comes down. I turn the foot, I turn this one out. I set the heel and the toe as the hands go up, and from the back foot to the front foot, the whole body moves as a unit. Everything is moving, not just one thing. Love that principle. It is my favorite. Whole body coordination. And lastly, principle number 5, coordinating the breathing with the movement, has a whole other feel because the breath, like anything, air gives a balloon life, right? More lift. So it brings this lightness as we add our breath. I'll inhale and then exhale. I'll inhale like yin and exhale like yang. Inhale, exhale. In, exhale. Breath, inhale, exhale. A distinctly different principle. Okay, so here's the point. When you play your form with just one principle in mind, your movement will actually look and feel different every single time. That's the point. We want that. You're training your mind and body to approach the form from multiple angles. And that makes your practice more well-rounded, more embodied, and more effective. Now, here's my top tip for how to go about applying the principles. First of all, you don't need to know the whole form. Even if you've only learned part of it, this still works beautifully, just like you saw with me just doing 2 movements. So here we go. This is what I'd like you to try. Practice your form 3 times, and each time focus on just one principle. So that would look like the first round, perhaps you focus on just relaxation, making sure that there's no tension in your shoulders, your pelvis is tucked, your elbows are unlocked, things of that nature. You're not worried about anything else, just staying relaxed and letting go of tension. The second time around, maybe focusing on moving slowly, that other principle where you're really going a lot slower to perfect the movement, to feel your chi and to calm down the body and mind. And then the third round, perhaps something like focusing on that principle constant rate, for example, the one where you're being more fluid and channeling your water, or any of the others. And they don't have to be in any order. Actually, switching it up is great, but let one single principle guide your entire being. And what you'll notice is the first time through, you may just be settling in, loosening up, getting into it. The second time through, you might start to feel a little bit more in the flow, generating more of the flow state. The third time through, you may drop into that stillness in motion, that tranquility, that magic. You start to feel the subtle chi circulation in your palms or your body, and it's just a blissful feeling. Each time it's a different experience. And that's how to unlock the depth of this art. By practicing one principle at a time, you build layers of awareness, strength, and internal transformation. But here's a quick reminder, don't overtrain. I'm telling you to try it with 3 times through, but if you're practicing the long form of 108 movements, don't do that 3 times through. You could potentially injure yourself or fatigue yourself, and of course we don't want that. Know yourself and always do not overdo it. The people who you see practicing in the park that might be able to do an entire form very slowly, but don't really seem to have any other depth to their form, they're not practicing these other principles. It's not that they won't get benefits from that. The level of their mastery inside of that form might remain capped. When you layer in all 5 principles, even just one at a time, your practice becomes exponentially more alive, graceful, powerful, and healing. And eventually you reach a point where they do all blend into one and your practice becomes an art form. If you'd like a simple way to start applying what we just talked about, I've created a free masterclass called Flow Motion 10 Minutes to Tranquility. In it, I guide you through a short and powerful 4-movement Tai Chi Qigong sequence that's perfect for beginners and very easy to follow. What makes it special is that you'll also see a visual list of the 5 principles of flow on screen. So you can choose one principle to focus on, then repeat the sequence a few times with just that one in mind. It's a great way to build the habit of principle-based practice, and you'll be amazed at how different it feels each round. You can watch the masterclass completely free. Just click the link in the description below for this hidden YouTube video to start exploring these principles in your own body. The second life-changing tip that I have on how to apply these Tai Chi principles is to bring them into your daily life. And this is where things actually do get spiritual. You know that phrase, mind, body, and spirit, yet for the longest time, I didn't know what that spirit part really truly meant, until I started to realize that my habits and behaviors were actually changing through my Tai Chi practice. And not just when I practice a form. Tai Chi became a healthy way to manage my emotions, and this is not uncommon. Many people use it to work through their anger issues, for example. For me, it helped with my lifelong tendency to be a chronic worrier. And over time, that part of me genuinely started to shift. That's when I realized this is spiritual work. So let's just take the first 2 of the 5 principles we explored and look how we can apply them in real life. So that first principle, relaxation, specifically in our body, what would it be like if you started relaxing your body more while doing your everyday activities? Even something as simple as brushing your teeth, right? Is there tension in that shoulder? Is there? Why? And how will that tension affect you over time? Or reaching for something awkwardly in the kitchen, for example. full stretch, lots of tension? Can you soften yourself and yet extend and be relaxed while doing it instead of with all of the tension? The more you relax in your practice, the more you start doing it in your life, and you begin conserving energy instead of wasting it. My teacher talks about energy like it's money in the bank. Why spend it if you don't need to? Once that money's gone, it's gone. So save it. Let it build interest. Let it last longer for you. There are so many ways that you can apply relaxation in your daily life. Maybe while you're gardening or sitting at your desk or even your resting face. Is it relaxed or is it tense? I'd love to hear from you about this. Please drop a comment if there's an area about your life or how you move that you know you can release some tension in. Your body will thank you every time you do, with fewer injuries and more ease. It will become a habit the more you practice this principle of relaxation. And remember, relaxation is as simple as just softening and loosening. It's easy to do once you recognize where you're holding unnecessary tension. I cannot stress enough how much of a game changer this can be for you. And that second principle, moving slowly. Seriously, what's the rush? Of course, sometimes we do need to be in a hurry, but most of the time we really don't. As silly as it sounds, I started noticing that I would be walking around my house at a very fast pace for no good reason. I'd bump into walls. I really would, catch my foot on something or feel off balance and even just ahead of myself. Why? I'm just walking around my house. I wasn't late for anything. I was just moving too fast for no good reason. So I started consciously slowing down, and it totally changed the way I feel in my own home. I am more present, more grounded. My posture and footing have improved, and I wasn't aggravating old injuries. You can apply this principle of moving slowly in so many ways. While driving, perhaps, while doing chores, preparing a meal, even talking to a loved one, because the truth is, if you're rushing, you're probably not present. And this moment right now is all that we really have. Whether what you're doing is enjoyable or just mundane, can you be present to it? Sometimes we miss the beauty of a moment simply because we're in a hurry. And maybe, just maybe, this principle alone could profoundly change who you know yourself to be. The shift does take time, but it's real. And if it does change you and make you more present and perhaps grateful, would that not be a spiritual experience? The more you play with these principles in your Tai Chi practice, the more they spill over into the rest of your life. They become a lens, a way of seeing and being based in mindfulness, effortlessness, and grounded presence. This is how Tai Chi becomes a lifestyle, and this is how transformation and spiritual growth happens. Simple daily changes that form a new you. So what have we learned in this video? Getting better at Tai Chi isn't about adding more moves or memorizing choreography. It's about how you practice and the principles that you bring into it. There are 5 simple principles of flow that transform your practice from mechanical to meaningful. They're the key to making your movements feel alive, healing, and truly your own. Practicing your form with just one principle at a time gives your mind a clear focus. It's like shining a flashlight into one part of your mind-body system and lighting it up from the inside out. Your Tai Chi will look and feel completely different depending on the principle you're embodying, and that's the point. This layered approach develops you into a well-rounded practitioner, balanced, resilient, and ever-evolving. And the last point of this video is the principles don't just apply to your Tai Chi form. They ripple into your daily life, helping you move with more ease, be more present, and show up more intentionally. And here's something I want to leave you with. My very first teacher, who was incredibly principle focused, once told me this: the principle of relaxation will hit you differently 10 years from now than it does today. And at the time, that completely went over my head. I remember thinking, yeah, sure, whatever that means. I'll get back to you in 10 years. But now, 30 years later, I get it. At first, we might move with these big, exaggerated circles and movements, searching for flow, working out the kinks. But over time, those circles, they get smaller. The energy becomes more internal, and the principles themselves start to reveal deeper layers in the form and in our life. This is the beauty of Tai Chi. The deeper truths don't show up all at once. They unfold over time as you practice. And the more consistent you are, the more they evolve with you. So even if something doesn't totally click right now, that's okay. You're planting seeds, and those seeds will blossom in ways you just can't imagine yet. And if you want to start integrating these principles today, be sure to check out my free masterclass, Flow Motion 10 Minutes to Tranquility, linked in the description. In this short, beginner-friendly class, I'll guide you through a 4-movement Tai Chi Qigong sequence and show you how to apply the 5 principles of flow in real time. It's the perfect way to take everything you've learned today and actually feel it in your body. If there's one takeaway here, it's that Tai Chi isn't about practicing a pretty form. It's about moment-to-moment presence and progression through applying and embodying Tai Chi principles to any form and to life itself. Thank you so much for watching. If this video sparked any insights for you, I'd love to hear them. Comment below and share what stood out the most. Your journey is uniquely yours, and by rooting yourself in the traditional principles, your creativity and signature style will evolve masterfully. I'm honored to be in the community with you and on this very special Tai Chi path together.